Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. It's Sunday, so it's mimosas and makeup. I do not have a mimosa. This is Sutter Home Sweet Red. Yep, you know why? Because my sister made me this margarita like a little bit earlier with this tequila, but it was like a real smooth kind. She said it was expensive. Her and her boyfriend got it for me for my birthday. It was just too smooth. I don't trust it. So we had to go with this. Anyway, if you need to press pause, grab something to drink, mimosa, not mimosa, whatever the case may be, a snack, go get it, come on back, because I'm gonna be swatching some new shadows from a brand I've never tried before. The brand is the Pastel Roses. So if you wanna see what this brand is about, see these shadows and see them in action, keep on watching this video, let me know what you think, and definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. Not that I needed any more shadows, not that I need any more makeup. My friend Ruby Minhas, she also has a channel here on YouTube. Check her out. Her eyeshadow looks are so good, so good. But she put me onto this brand and she's like, hey, if you follow them, they will send you 25% off. And I was sold. So I followed them. I looked at their shadows. They look beautiful. And they sent me 25% off, so the rest was history. So let's get right into the shadows. I did post a reel of these shadows and I have not touched them. And the reason that I haven't touched them is because when you see them, you'll understand. I wanted them to be like in pristine condition when I swatch them because I don't know what's gonna happen when I swatch them. I don't know if certain elements of the shadows go all the way through. I don't know if certain things are just, you know, decorative and on top. So I just wanted them to be perfect and I was really itching to try them out. So here comes Cam. All right, so here are the shadows. Let's see. I want you to be able to see without the camera washing these colors out. Like, look at how pretty these are. And I don't know if I was saying this on my channel, but you know, I'm really looking to acquire some special things in my collection. And when I saw these, I was like, these look really special. They're really different. I don't have anything like this. I have a lot of single shadows at this point, and I thought these were different. So I bought 13 of them. Yep, 13, along with this palette. Now this brand again is the Pastel Roses UK. I paid between $4 and $8 for these shadows. So here's the thing about indie that you have to keep in mind. Indie does not mean it's cheaper. And you can get really sucked into purchasing these single shadows and end up paying more than you would pay for one of the typical palettes that you would buy. So just keep that in mind. That's something that I'm learning. I really do enjoy indie makeup. I just love the uniqueness of the brands, the type of shadows that they come out with, but it doesn't mean that it's cheaper. And one of the reasons that that's the case is like these brands are small. They are hand pressing these shadows, and to be honest, when you're getting something that's so unique, you would pay a little bit more for it typically, you know, with things in the makeup world and outside of the makeup world. That's how I feel. But just don't think that it's cheaper. I just don't want people to think that. There are indie brands that are cheaper, but there are indie brands that are more expensive than your mainstream brands, i.e. Cleona. I'm just saying, totally worth it. But just keeping all that in mind when you're making your budget or when you're thinking about, you know, the types of things that you want to add to your collection. Indie's not always cheap, that's all I'm saying. Okay, so basically what I plan to do in this video is swatch all of the shadows and just kind of play around with them, do a look. I have some mattes picked out that I want to use, and I'm just going to do 2 different looks. Okay, got a lot going on in the background. I don't like my door cracked like that. All right, So let's get started on these shadows. We're gonna start with the top row here, and I'm really excited. The first shade we have is Toxic Love. I don't want to touch these at all. So I'm just trying to make sure I get over it. Now, what I'm noticing is that I do think the heart goes all the way through, but that confetti type sprinkles that were over it, you can see that they're gone, but you can see the heart is still there. So just so you know, you don't want to get the okie doke when you get the shadows and be like, they didn't look the same. All right, that's really pretty. So you've got this pink with the green reflect from the heart. The next shade we have is Cupcake, and I'll show you what it looks like after I swatch it. Oh, wow. I don't know if this blue is gonna wear off because there is a lot of purple underneath, but here's Cupcake now, so just saying. I have a feeling that might look a tad different once it mixes with the purple. I'm just not certain whether or not the blue goes throughout the entire shadow. So I guess that's something we'll have to wait and see. The next shade we have is Osiris. Now I believe this is one of their holographic glitters. And it's very shimmery, very, very pretty. The next shade we have is Carrot Cake. What you doing?
In the video?
Yeah, you have on clothes. That's pretty. I really like this.
Yeah.
The next shade we have is Purple Hearts. I don't want to mess these hearts up because these are so pretty. I don't know if I can get any more shades like this because I don't want to swatch them. So this blue that they have on top is really, really potent. So I'm just not sure if we're getting the true color of these shades that have the blue. I really like Carrot Cake though. So there's Purple Heart. I just think it's hard to tell. Once this blue wears away, we'll have a better idea of what those shadows look like. These two, I think. Next we have Fantasia. You're definitely gonna need a glitter glue with these shades. I'm just letting you know, or you know, make sure you spray it or something. But they're very, very shimmery, which I really, really like. Okay, the next shade we have is Euphoria. They have almost like a putty type texture. Next we have another special shade. This is the shade Valentine. I don't want to touch it. My camera's like being funny lately with me. So I think the blue like sprinkles, I think that's just on the outer portion of the shadow. I kind of like that one. Let me see if I can go over top of it one more time. I do love how the heart goes all the way through. I think this is just gonna pretty much show up. I think this is the true color of it, and I really like this color a lot. I think I'm gonna use that in my look. Next we have the shade Nutcracker. Ooh, I like that one too. So that's kind of like a, I don't know, like an iridescent green. Bobble number 1. I'm really curious about this. So I guess the neat thing about this is that the shades are going to change as you continue to work with them because certain parts of the shadows go all the way through, and I guess certain ones are on top. I hate that I just messed that up. Look. Oh, I don't think I showed the Valentine shade. So, you know, that the appeal, you know what I mean, is it kind of loses that as you swatch them, but you know. All right, this is Bobble number 1. And at the same time, it's like you don't know what to expect from these shades, you know, when those colors mix. But I still think it's kind of cool. It's like it gives you an element of surprise in a way because you don't know what you're going to get. And like I said, I think as you use these shadows, the pigments are going to change depending on how you swatch, which is kind of neat. But you might not like that, you know what I mean? You might need something that's like trusty, and this isn't it, I don't think. Okay, the next shade we have is Aurora. Ooh, no, this one definitely feels really different. This is another one that feels like a putty. If you have like one of those Natasha Denona face palettes, like that bronze palette, it has that putty. This one's really weird. Like, let me see if I can see. Like, can you? Like, it's like a putty. That's very interesting. But see, I love this element of surprise. You know what I mean? Okay. Ooh, now I like this one a lot. And this is the shade Universe. Okay, this looks like it's gonna be cool. Let's see. Oh, I really like that one. I really like that. So I guess if I were to use something that's gonna be a glitter, this would probably be the type of texture that I would want rather than a pressed glitter. But I'll have to see, like, once this very last shade that I have is the shade Cookie. This looks like, I'm smelling it like it's gonna smell like a cookie. This looks like it's gonna be a beautiful metallic brown. Ooh, y'all. Now, I love this. Okay, so first of all, here are all of the shades. So before I try some of these shades out, it's nice to kind of have that element of surprise with these shadows. If you are a makeup enthusiast and you're buying eyeshadows and things like that a lot, there might not be a lot of surprise with it, and I like that. So I feel like I did get a good range of their shadows. Now, I didn't want to purchase any mattes from this brand. I think that I'm so hesitant to buy mattes because I've been so spoiled. I've been spoiled by Sydney Grace, by Natasha Denona, by Pat McGrath, and I know there's some other, you know, brands that have good mattes, but it's like I feel like I have so many that I'm really looking for that special element. And when I saw the shadows from this brand, I thought that, you know, maybe they would have something special. So I really do think these are interesting. I'm not saying that other brands don't have them, but it was a brand that I hadn't tried before. So I'm just gonna do two different looks and we'll just see how these shadows perform. I will say that some of these shadows, I have glitter all over my arm. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that now. I don't even own a glitter stay because y'all know I always talk about pressed glitters. So the best I can do is like a setting spray or a Fix Plus type situation. I do think that shadows like these will be great compliments to any mattes that you have, or, you know, toppers. All right, y'all, so I am gonna get myself together so I can do two looks, and then I'll let y'all know what I think at the end. I'm gonna wash my hands first though, before I put my hands all over my face and have glitter everywhere. I'll be right back. Oh my God, y'all, so why did I, listen to my voice, why did I go put the boys down? That was a wrap. Anyway, let me tell y'all what time it is. 3:21. All right, I want to do this look though. I just wanted to let y'all know why my voice sounds like this. I'm gonna use some mattes from my Escape Pod palette by Kaleidos, and it looks like this. So I'm just gonna pick some mattes. So the whole top row are mattes, and there are 4 mattes on the bottom row. So I'm gonna just pick from those for the transition shade, as well as my little smoke out shade. And then I will use my Pastel Roses for my shimmer. All right, I'm not gonna talk through these looks because my voice sounds messy. So I'm gonna put the music on, and we're gonna get into it, and then y'all let me know what y'all think at the end. I will say, for falling asleep though, my eyebrows still look real good. And my face makeup is still a little highlight there, kind of. I'll be back.
I'm outside until you tell me to stop.
Okay, you guys, I am about to finish these two looks off camera. I'm gonna do my liner and my lashes and all that good stuff. Okay, y'all, I am back with the final look. I feel a bit pale. I don't know. It's 4 a.m. at this point, but I really wanted to, you know what I'm saying? What's a Sunday without mimosas and makeup? I mean, that's how I feel. Let's see, because I just feel really, really washed out today, this morning. I have really come to like this eye right here. I really like it. It's like a little sunset vibe maybe. I just like the orange and the purple together. I think that looks really, really nice. I did forget the inner corner highlight, so I just took this shade right here for the inner corner highlight, and it just gave a little shimmer to it. So that's what I did for that. So, and then for my neutral eye, I like it too. And I like the little, you know, iridescent green inner corner highlight on this eye. So I think they're two great looks. And I think they'd look a lot better if it were not, you know, 4 a.m. You know what I mean? So just try to envision it. So just in conclusion, I know I already started talking about it. I think these shades are cool. I think what's neat about them is that you kind of don't know what you're gonna get when you swatch them. So, you know, when you do order these shadows, you have that little element of surprise. But I think that as I continue to use the shadows and they wear down, the color may change just depending on how I swatch them. Now, some people may not like that because these may not be as trusty, you know what I'm saying? But I think it speaks to my creativity about how I can use these glitters and like this putty shade, the heart shade. They're just different shadows, and that's nice. I did get a little bit of fallout, but not what you think you get like from a glitter. I also appreciate these holo glitter shadows because it does allow me to use the glitter and the sparkle without it being a pressed glitter. When you blend these out, they're really fine and they're really sparkly. And I think that's nice. So as I continue to use these shadows, I'm very curious as to how they'll change, especially this shade here, which if you remember, it started off purple and blue, and then the blue kind of smeared over top. So as I wear this blue down, how will that mix with the purple? I'm curious about that. This is another shade I'm really curious about how it's gonna change as, you know, I wear this down, and how do the pigments go all the way through. The shadows are like ever changing. That's what I think is gonna happen here. So we'll see. And I may not have mentioned this, but these shadows are all cruelty free and vegan. That's all I can say about the Pastel Roses. If you're looking to try a new indie brand, this one I think is worth it. And with them giving the 25% off, I think they're worth a try. And I want to continue to pair them with some of my mattes and see how these hold up with everything else I have. So that's it. For the record, I will say I don't need any more eyeshadow singles though. I will say that. And I think I am going to be done with them for a while because I definitely have a lot to go through. So that's it for Mimosas and Makeup today. I just want to remind you that next Sunday for Mimosas and Makeup, I am going to announce the giveaway winner for my 1,000 subscribers giveaway. So if you want to enter that, go back and watch last week's video, the one I did on Valentine's Day with the Cleona swatches. To find out how to enter is super, super easy. So just go back and watch that video, and the comment that you need to leave it on that video. I probably should go to bed. So again, thank you so much for taking out some of your time and giving it to me. The connections that I make with you all really mean a lot to me. A lot of us talk over on Instagram, and the conversations just probably mean more to me than you know. So I just want to say that, put that out there, and just know that this has really given me, I'll say, part of myself back, or this has really helped me to create a new part of myself. And I'm so grateful for it because it's something that I'm really, really passionate about. That's not work, that's not with the boys, it's me, you know, and I appreciate you all giving me that, because I can't do that by myself. So thank you so much, you guys. And yeah, I hope I don't look too bad in this video. But until I see you again, make sure that you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.